Welcome to Showcase Game Terra MystiCon hype match between Danny B and Chris Ho, Philippe Bart and Ondas. I'm joined here today by the indomitable George Shorewell. How are you doing, George?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped. And looking forward to hanging out next week. So, both George and I and all four of the players will be at the Terra Mysticon next week. And George and I will both be doing a strategy session as well. So, keep your eyes peeled for that. Um, and let's see, has our game gotten started? It looks like we are ready. So, let's get to. When are you arriving at the con, George?
I'm planning to be there Thursday. Yeah, I'm getting in Thursday afternoon. So hopefully I'll be there for the first qualifier Thursday
Nice.
It
evening.
was a really nice track. This is gonna be fun.
That was Chris Ho, who's just the players are set up. We'll have them on camera. So let's go ahead and take a look at the setup here. So this will look a little better on screen um, once they're done putting in factions. So George, are you able to bring up the game here? Want to take an initial take on what we're looking at?
Yeah, I've got it here. So yeah, we start off. If we look at the scoring tiles for the rounds, I think we heard Chris say, it does look like a pretty nice scoring track. Dwellings into temples, back to dwellings, round four spades, which are always exciting. Um, Stronghold Sanctuary round five, and then towns round six, which is also makes for kind of exciting strategies in games. And then for the bonus cards, or as some
Excuse
people
me,
refer
what
to
was
them as
that?
scrolls.
Oh yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It looks like we are missing the ship scoring, the six coins, and the spade.
Oof. Wow.
A little coin light.
That's big. Missing both the dig scroll and the six coin scroll, which that's gonna be a big setback for economy actually in this game. And there's no early digs on the cult, so this is a really
No.
dig tight game. Wouldn't surprise me if they're putting in um, some factions that can dig. So let's see. What is our first pick here?
You have
Witches.
witches.
Okay, interesting. So we have witches first here. And
Yeah. They might be hoping, like, if witches can get the temp ship in first seat, that would be really nice.
yeah,
I'm assuming someone might scoop that from them. Although then they might get the priest,
there's no.
which
This
can
is
work
a.
too.
I actually think this is a kind of a tricky, a little bit tricky. Like there's no TP rounds 4, 5, 6. Like you can, it's digging round 4, which people can get like design their whole
Hmm.
game plan around. I think this.
Yeah, and we do see halflings here, so that
Yeah,
makes sense.
that makes sense. I don't. I actually think this is not as straightforward a setup as maybe it first looked. And for those of you who don't know, the players cannot hear us, but I have them. We're gonna have them on camera in a second, so they are. So we'll have them on camera, but I'm muted in that Zoom room. But they can periodically unmute themselves and say stuff to the audience if they wish. So we're trying an experiment here. We'll see how it goes. But I am muted to them, so they can't hear you and I speaking, George.
Perfect. Don't want to give them all my brilliant strategy
Yeah, it's
insight.
true. Give away all your secrets. So yeah, which is I always hesitate to do too much analysis before I know the factions that are in. But
Yeah, I would say, like, I this looks pretty nice for alchemists. They would be fighting a bit with halflings, but we do
mermaids.
see mermaids. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's definitely like dwelling rush potential into Temple round two. Anytime I see Temple round two, I think it's also reasonable to expect people to try to just like open Temple and a dwelling or two for an econ favor round one, and then rush with a Temple for Earth one in round two. I feel like I consider that basically vanilla Terra Mystica nowadays is rushing to that second Temple or to an SA round two for Earth one, and then no one feels bad about it,
Yeah.
which I think is funny.
Yeah, and yeah, spoiler alert, but if you are there at TMCon, Weber and I, who are doing the strategy session on favor tiles, may touch on that a little bit. So,
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
just
Yeah,
want to check that out.
I'm actually sneaky excited to see all these other strategy sessions. I think it's gonna be fun. It's also I
Yeah,
just like learning from everyone.
yeah, for
So
sure.
okay, so we got our matchup here. Chaos. Danny B puts chaos in. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, so the colors set up nice. There's no gross sandwiches here. I like tasty sandwiches, but not color sandwiches in
Yeah.
Mystica.
I've come to like matchups where all factions have one color neighbor. I feel like those matchups are a little bit underplayed in TM. But anyway, I guess like the thing that pops for sure here is the green red situation. So red being on D4 in the middle there, and green's often on F4. And so when that happens, E7 is I know you know this already, George, but just for the audience, E7 is often like a hex that gets a lot of consideration. Now here it's interesting because we expect mermaids on D5, and so green does not actually have much incentive to take E7, the gray. So I think it's likely that chaos gets E7, the gray hex there. Would you agree?
Yeah, there's definitely less tension there because mermaids are expected to be on D5.
It's actually a pretty nasty situation because the other issue with mermaids and witches is the C3 hex. If mermaids are on D5, right? And witches often start on C4 when they're facing each other, but
Yeah.
then mermaids have to worry about tempship getting to witches, which might mean, right, we're going to take tempship as witches here because you can't risk it falling to witches.
Yeah, the mermaids. Yeah, I think it's pretty much guaranteed they're taking the temp ship
Yeah.
to protect that hex, which then protects their town.
Yeah. Now, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so I'm not surprised we're seeing halflings getting bid down. I know Ondas loves digging halflings. Like game four, round four digs as halflings. He's just he thinks they should just be bid way down.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up on halflings in this game, given his like professed affinity for that. Also, I think their game plan is just more straightforward. Like I think
Yeah.
I just
It
all the
looks
tension is on the other factions.
Yeah, the halflings looks like super nice. Like they're probably getting worker power because I would guess that chaos is taking the big building, which means they can open double spade, put down. Yeah, they can open temple 4 dwellings into a second temple round 2 so that they have the priest to advance dig for round 4. Like they'll have dwellings out town space to build their towns in round 6. Like it just looks super nice for them
Yeah.
as long as they find enough coins.
Yeah. So you have them doing temple 3 new dwellings round 1, another temple round 2, and then maybe kind of take a
Yeah.
round off and then dig like crazy round 4.
Yeah, pretty much. Try and SA for SA for water 1 if you can, if it's there in round 5, and then build 3 towns round 6. It looks pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Super Jarny is pointing out that the other one of Ondas's favorite factions is in the game as well. Super. You've seen on display mermaids a lot. I feel like I also recall him talking about. I'm generalizing from like a few comments here and there, but we'll just call them
Yeah.
his favorite factions. I don't actually know if that's true exactly, but we see him
Well,
go to
he
mermaids.
yeah he loves dwelling rushes, so
Uh huh.
um, it's
So
a little it's a little sad because their mermaids are probably only getting the single spade, but on temp ship they can still build out like C1, A4, D2, H2.
so one,
Open,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, one thing that we need to like the fact that there's no yellow faction in the game. Mermaids really need neighbors on D3, E3, so they can get those a northwest and a southwest town. CM
Hmm.
CM if they get cut off E7, we'll go there very quickly probably. But if they get through E7, they'll probably be there by round, in round 3. My guess is they'll dig D3 and build that in E3, but it's not impossible that they develop more north and east and strand mermaids a little bit, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay. Like they'll get there eventually. Um, Halflings will probably want E5, so you can get a neighbor that way, or else as mermaids you can take E5.
True, true.
Um,
That's
there's
actually,
also, yeah.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and sometimes I've seen people in matchups like this, like start D5, H4 as mermaids, which I don't really like, but it is always a possibility. I think with
Yeah,
this setup,
I don't
I'd
think
rather get
so
the dwellings.
here. I don't think so here. I think the West is good
Mhm.
enough that
I agree.
yeah, I guess you could do something like plan in round 3 to be at 3 ship and then go I4, E4, A4, D2, H2 in round 3 instead of
Mhm.
playing the round 1 dwellings. You definitely could, I think, design your plan around that. I actually don't think that's crazy, but I feel like the more obvious one is trying to spree. You brought up the E5 hex because halflings. So So what was your prediction for the line that mermaids are going to take? Because we feel like they have to be on temp ship to defend from witches, but at the
Right,
same
but then if they don't
time,
get double
they're
spade,
not getting double dig.
yeah. So that's actually kind of lame. That's really lame.
What if they
Yeah.
start E4 H4 or something like that? Like
Yeah, that's
is
possible.
is there and then
I
they
think
don't.
that's really nice for
I
witches.
think, yeah, maybe you just start E4 D5 and you might even just leave the D5 hex alone. I'm wondering how much it's worth it to take temp ship, and maybe you're just better off going a different direction with your scroll and you strand D5 if you have to.
Yeah. I mean, like you can still take temp ship, you can still single spade C3, build H2, and then build a temple round 1
I kind of
if you
like
want.
I kind of like single digging C1 and doing 4 new dwellings and a TP, and then that TP is
Hmm.
ready to turn into a temple round 2.
Yeah, I like that too. It just gets a little bit tricky.
Yeah, it's true, and you risk losing C3 for sure. Um, but it's hard to give up D5, partly because you could let witches through the middle, although CM obviously have a big say in that. But also, there's going to be a lot of power. You're going to get a lot of power from chaos,
Yeah.
so you kind of want to be there, even if you're just leaving it as a dwelling. Um, Jekyll likes CM. And Chris Ho started the bidding on CM, I believe. He's thinking now. Philippe
Yeah.
Bart is giving that a look. Oh yeah, Chris Ho's back on CM. Yeah, CM. So we think. So what scroll do you think CM are taking? They could go a couple different directions.
Yeah,
This
I
is
was
such a hard
assuming they're
auction.
taking
Like,
this.
I'm really
Assume they're taking the
unsure.
big building.
That's funny. Chris Ho's like says he's blindly bidding.
Yeah, I would guess they're taking big building. Because if they take one of the power ones, like both of the power spades can be taken before they go. So the big building can let them hard dig E7 if they choose, or else they could just open Sanctuary. That's also a viable option.
Yeah. So they could open Sanctuary, but then the longer you let E7 just sit, oh, we've got a game. Nice.
Ooh.
All right.
I like halflings at these prices. Just quick thought. That's probably my
What's your
favorite
initial
hero of
take?
the auction.
Okay. Let's see if we do this. We got player cams. Is that working? Twitch audience? I think maybe it's working. And I even have each player on their actual faction. That's a small miracle. Sweet. Okay, I think that worked. Yes,
The chat is affirming.
good that they're all good looking. That's the relief. They were recruited.
The bad sign I
specific-
picked these before I know the answer to this question.
All right.
Thought Chris was going to continue talking.
I think he wants to know what everyone else is gonna take.
Oh.
Yeah. I'd be a little worried about. Yeah, I'm curious how Ondus plays this. I'm a little worried about Ondus's value in the auction, personally. But we'll see. There's, halflings have, mermaids on, or witches on C4 is, so there's funny stuff in the east, right? So the witches would like to do like a town in the south, say Sanctuary. They'd like to double dig at some point B5 and do a north town, and they'd like to do an east town, right? But you have to be careful. And halflings do want them over there, but you can't wait too long to get going in the east as witches, because halflings are going to be increasing digs, and G6 is often threatened. So that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I can't imagine them getting an easy E9, F6, G6, etc. town.
Unless he's getting there round 3.
Did you get it right?
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. But
I strongly consider doing some other shit, but
this is the bonus cards that I.
Yeah, that was my guess too, but I thought about taking the dwelling worker. I don't know. Maybe I should have.
Chaos could have taken all four of those pretty reasonably, honestly, with different lines, right?
Yeah, definitely plenty of options.
Yeah, it's interesting to see CM on big building here. I wonder if they'll risk just going SA and just see if they can be greedy on E7. That would be really interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would be looking at.
It's really tempting. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but they get the spade.
Yeah, they're offered it. It's a tough decision because honestly, even if green digs it, it's not the end of the world in this setup.
No,
it's really not, because round 3 you can get like B4 is gonna sit there. Nothing's threatening.
Yeah,
D6.
you'd still get all your hexes.
Yeah. So, but it is nice to just secure this. You might even get to G2 now, and you get the easy Sanctuary town in the middle. So, I can understand this as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised that
I thought Ondus was going to open threes.
Single spade.
So I did think that I was going to get single dig, but this also.
Probably should have opened priest.
I don't actually know if you're supposed to. I thought that that's what you're gonna do.
It was like it felt like the safe option. I don't know. Maybe I should have just taken single dig.
Yeah, you should have.
I don't know. I never thought you were gonna take single dig. I always thought you were gonna take priest, but
Hmm.
Yeah, that's wild.
I thought
Yeah,
witches were
I
going to
mean,
first move the
mermaids, if they
priest,
did
but
take priest, if they were
they
still
took
able
it.
to get the
But yeah,
power for coins as well, like that could work. But
man, I
I'm
love
building
playing with you
priest
guys.
if I don't get
That's so
coins.
fun. I haven't played enough live TM lately. Like I've been playing async, so I've been mostly with work, but so fun playing with you guys.
I haven't done
Yeah,
base
same
for
here.
so
Mostly
long.
sync for a while.
It's all the fjords arena. Like it's I don't know. It's not the same. Mhm.
Yeah, so this is interesting what witches are going to do with their priests. I think they're obviously advancing ship once, but they might even do it twice, although that puts a lot of strain on their coins. You could also send priests to Earth. That's quite valuable. Priest to air is also valuable, although later rewards for the workers. But it looks like they can get C3 if they want here.
Yeah. So you're saying the witches took priest. They start on priest and took priest. That's pretty interesting. And the discussion there from the players, in case folks didn't follow that, I believe it's the expectation that mermaids would either single dig or take a priest, and I'm assuming the take a priest line is go to 3 ship round 1. Is that right, George? So the expectation would be, because you're on temp ship, you plus to 2 ship, and then you also temp ship, and then you can reach A4, D2, I4, H4, things like that.
Yeah.
But,
so we just had a really cool thing happen.
What was it?
Well, a couple cool things actually. Mermaids. What just happened?
Oh, yeah, we have a hard dig from halflings.
Yeah, okay, so the halflings hard dug. So instead of building a temple this round and a second temple next round, they're just building out 6 dwellings this round.
Sweet.
And the other kind of crazy thing is that mermaids, after not taking the priest, 5 power priested to advance ship. And so they are building a bunch of dwellings that way.
Okay, got it. So they were like, whoops. Just 5 power priest.
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, they TP'd first, which then gave them a little bit of extra leech, so maybe that helps offset that cost a wee bit, but it is a little bit of a bummer.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, not ideal, but it is kind of fun. So he'll put 3 more dwellings down and then be ready to temple round 2 as mermaids. Yeah, witches are gonna swoop the C3 green, which isn't actually all that important. Are they going to 2 ship? Are witches going to 2 ship here? And
yeah, that's what I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
They could, or like a priest to earth or air are both reasonable. Like one way to get some coins is for priest to the cults next round.
yeah, it's true. I mean, air cult's a little sad, but it gives witches 3 power back right away.
Mm-hmm.
So is there only one round 1 temple here?
It's possible. Witches might build a temple depending if they
Yeah.
advance ship or not here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which way this goes. It's actually not a great game. The absence of the ship scoring scroll is a bit of a bummer on this game plan. Both the mermaids line and if witches do the 2 ship line, like you really want to be starting to land on ship scoring even round 2 if you do a line like this, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure.
Doesn't mean it's wrong, or but it
No.
definitely would come into my thinking as I consider it.
Yeah, I'm still I get what Danny's doing with the hard dig. I would just rather temple in a game like this. Actually, I would probably like second temple next turn. I'd probably go double econ with halflings. I'd go like fire 1 and earth 2 as my first 2 favors.
But
And then-
you think halflings are doing 2 temples round 2?
Oh, sorry. If they had built a
Oh,
temple this round,
gotcha,
like
gotcha.
that would have been my
Yeah.
that would have been my plan.
Uh-huh.
But
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
we'll see how this works out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll be curious if he just rides this a bit, just temples and then sits on the priest income and worker income, or if he actually tries to do more than that. We should think about the passing. Pass first. A few people might be interested in that dwelling scroll for round 2, and the 5 coins and a cult step could be, obviously everyone wants an influx of that as they got their worker econ up. This is, it's interesting to see them. This is a good example of like how you kind of have to be creative without many spades available round 1. Like we've seen hard dig, we've seen 5 power priest to get to 3 ship in round 1. We have someone who took priest to plus ship, and we do. By the way, we are gonna see temple for fire 1 from witches.
Yeah, it definitely looks that way with the priest to fire, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, although I don't know what he's thinking about, because isn't it just temple 2 new dwellings, and maybe he's considering a power action.
Yeah, you might be looking at the coins.
Okay.
Would be burning below 6. Or sorry, he'd be down to 6, so that's fine. Yeah, he'd still have 6 power, so coins is completely reasonable here. It's just whether or not he wants to save power for something else next round. Spades, he doesn't really have any good places to spade.
I actually think this setup is quite tricky. No 6 coin scroll, no dig scroll. You've got power return round 1, which is not great. The priest return off called is round 2, but the priest, and then round 3 is the priest of reward. So like even those in opposite order would be helpful. So I think this is not that straightforward a setup.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a little tricky. One of the nice things about a Dwelling Rush opening is that it kind of solves the spade problem a little bit, because you're able to hard dig more easily.
Yep.
So I do like that for mermaids.
I'd be interested to see if there are more temple for fire 1 in round 2s. Like, you could see mermaids doing a temple for fire 1 in round 2 potentially.
Yeah, I think that would be completely reasonable. I mean, water 2 is there.
Is it though?
Never wrong.
Is it though? Are you kidding? Water 2 round 2 here?
Well, yeah, it gets you get to step 5 on water, and then when you if you get priest to water, you get double priests off this round 3 priest reward.
Yeah, and nothing.
Amazing.
And nothing at the end of round 2.
Oh, you get a bunch of power.
All right, so we got fire
looks
1.
Strong.
Philippe Bard is still in the mix. Andis is onto
Worker power.
worker power. Interesting. I guess he didn't have great options. Yeah, it's pretty
No.
coin tight.
Yeah, I think he wants coins, and it looks like he should get them.
So what do you? I mean, I think the CM look very solid. What do you expect from them here? So like they're poised. Like I'm one of the things I'm looking for is like who's poised to hit round 3 dwellings hard, because that can be very high scoring.
Yeah.
It really looks like CM to me,
Yes.
and I'm not sure anyone else. But I think Chris Ho could really tee this up to hit round 3 super hard. So he needs to dig E8, and he wants either SA or a second temple somewhere in here. Yeah, I'll be curious what his line is. Like, probably he's gonna priest to Earth.
Yeah, I would guess
I think
that'll be his first
I
move.
think first move is priest to Earth.
Yeah, if he gets a bit more power and he can use this single spade on E8, that would be quite nice.
I mean, he doesn't. Again, it's really safe. He could do it next round, if he wanted to, but
yeah, he could just do a temple this round.
yeah, he probably. Yeah, I mean, he probably would want a TP temple single dig dwelling, and is that probably the line for CM here?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. So yeah, because he took Earth 2 and Fire 1 last round. So yeah, if he can get a temple for Earth 1 and Water 2 this round, then golden.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, it's like the difference between the halflings sort of dwelling spree and like witches and mermaids. It looks so different, right? Because the halflings are completely clumped, and mermaids and witches are like, have no structures touching each other, and so it'll be all about consolidation. I am a bit like watching through my fingers about the West, and really hoping for mermaid's sake that CM go there round 3. I'm not 100% sure yet they will, but they definitely could.
Yeah, it's possible. If CM can get G2, I don't think they will. But if halflings mess with that, or even witches now, because witches need either G2 or H5 for a town.
Yeah. Witches look, it's precarious. It's not bad, it's just precarious.
Yeah, it looks like they might be able to get the double spade this round. Yeah, they just got the power for it. So they could double spade here.
And just dig B5 or H5. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I would probably just do G2. Just it's kind of messes with the most people potentially. Yeah, he has a lot of options for it.
That's interesting. Yeah, Halfling's connection could get a little dicey. Like if CM end up taking E8, B4, right? Like all of a sudden connecting through the north is kind of a no-go. And south is certainly not clear. So we'll see how Danny B adapts to that. He did land on Dwelling Scroll this round. What have his actions been this round? What has he done? Just priest to... What has Danny B done?
He's just built a temple.
For Earth 2. Okay, got it. So he templed for Earth 2. So he's probably about to pass out?
Yeah, I would assume so. Whoa.
Interesting. Okay. Philippe Bart says, get me to E9.
Yeah.
He's worried about losing the East. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, so witches will be in flight.
Yeah, I didn't even notice them upgrade to the trading house.
I'm a little worried about the mermaids. Like, no ships going in the game. They've gone Earth 1 now. They can put.
Yeah, this Earth one I really dislike. Like after already building 4 dwellings in round 1 to then Earth 1 in round 2 feels really gross.
Yeah, it's he really needs coins, like really badly.
Yeah,
So, you know, and he has no priest to cult, so he's not going to get coins back from that. There is a priest power action available, so he could do something like that. Obviously, there's the coins power action to start next round, and he can easily get 3 more down, right? Like he can just hard dig H5 and
yeah.
build H5, I10, and H2 is sitting there in the west. So like, he can easily get 3 down, but the concern is like, will he stall out then, right?
Yeah. And I would assume that halflings are passing right now for the coins to start next round.
Mm-hmm.
Probably onto the priest. Oh, temp ship. Interesting.
Huh.
That is very interesting.
Why?
It looks like he's looking to take the coins, advance ship, and maybe get up to B3, B2. Or else if H5 is still there, he could try and cut through the south.
But he can't
It
get
looks
to,
like he's making a play for connection.
he can't get to 2 ship.
Well, he's on temp ship, so
Oh, got it.
he
I
just
see what
has to
you're saying.
advance ship once.
Got it. Okay, so you think he's gonna? It's still a lot of. Okay, maybe, yeah, that'd be interesting. That must be what he's
Yeah,
thinking. Yep.
yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense to me with taking temp ship.
Yeah. No, that definitely has some good logic to it. So the idea being he could be building B2, H3. Maybe he's even digging B3 and building A7.
Yeah,
Nice.
he'll need to. He'll need to find another priest somewhere then for his
Dig
dig
ground.
advances.
Yeah, right. But, we can cross that bridge later. I think that's reasonable.
Mermaids took double spade this round.
Interesting. Just to
Have
make
no
sure,
coins.
that he gets to I10.
I guess so, but like, where are your coins? Where are they?
Well, he's got 2 coming in with his scroll. Yeah. So is he? Yeah. Is he going to? When's it? So I mean, one thing that's just really awkward in this game is when to build TPs, which we kind of talked about in the auction a little bit. Like somebody's going to have to soon in one of the next 2 rounds start. As particularly mermaids or halflings are going to need to do some TPs here in the next couple of rounds. They're running out of dwellings, and there isn't a TP round. You could do it on the TP scroll. So maybe mermaids are going to try to just build a couple dwellings this round, build 1 TP, and then pass on to the TP scroll, and then try to water 2 and build TPs in the dig round. That's probably the mermaids line.
Yeah, mermaids looks really awkward. Halflings makes more sense. Like if they don't really need to even build any trading houses until like after the dig round. Because like in the dig round, you don't have. They can just dig out. Like they can just use digs. But yeah, mermaids looks really awkward. I kind of like what witches did here, sending these priests to cults. Like they've got 3 of the 3 spots here,
Yeah.
and some nice coins coming in from that.
Yeah, and given the coin tightness, that makes that's interesting for sure. Yeah, and halflings definitely are making a run for connection. We'll see. Because they need either B4 or D6.
Yeah.
CM obviously will beat them to D6, so
Yeah, I don't think it's likely that they're connecting at this point.
yeah. It's interesting though, because so that said, going north can still be good, right? You do a third town there,
Yeah.
that's fine. I guess the question then is, given the lack of cult presence so far, you know, you can run into some problems if you're going to be zero on network and have no cult presence. So there's no water ones yet, and there is still an earth one left. So there's definitely some different options if one starts getting worried about scoring.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about halflings scoring in game. Like you mentioned, their end game scoring might be a little bit lacking. So they did get the coins here.
And Philippe Bart ended up flying to I6 last round.
Yeah, I think he's just E9 isn't really in danger yet.
Yeah, but if I was him, I would. It's G6 that I'm worried about. But I guess now with mermaids down in I10, I11 is unlikely to be yours. Yeah, this is interesting. This is really interesting. So mermaids may end up double digging H6 or I9 and towning, doing a funny south town, right? I think that's probably
Yeah.
what Honest is lining up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think witches are probably double spading G2 here, I would guess.
But that's a little sad for a dwelling round.
Yeah, but they really need it for the town there. Like, that's the only way to get a town.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll sit and wait to see if CM are going to two ship. Yeah, it's tough. It's just, I don't know if that's a little. I see what you're saying because you don't want to lose that town. He's definitely put himself in a bit of a bind. But it's so underwhelming for a dwelling round to double dig for one hex.
Yeah.
Yep, he wants that. So maybe he's just going to try to play. I mean, the fact that he got 3 spots. He can still plus ship and get 2 new dwellings down. So that's still reasonable.
Yeah.
I think the other thing,
he's got
yeah,
he's got coins for that.
and it's in B5 is not very threatened. Like, so, if CM take B4, then that's actually safer for witches than if halflings get to B4, because halflings would be happy to dig B5.
So halflings took a priest, which I guess they did need an extra one.
Yeah, so we think. Oh, okay, so maybe he's gonna go to 2 ship and increase digs once this round.
Yeah,
I think
that
that's
makes
probably
sense.
yeah. Go to 2 ship and increase digs once and hit like B3.
Yeah.
That's probably it because he wants to increase digs anyway.
Yeah. I wonder if witches like it because if they advance ship, they can get E9 and A10, which means they still have their flight, which they could use on F2. Which would really again suck for mermaids.
Yeah. I mean, F2 is a little bit weird for witches because like you're not getting D1. Cause sometimes witches can do a town over here
Yeah.
somehow, but it's not obvious to me that F2 gets you that. But at least you can claim greens and
Yeah, it just
footprint.
gives you more more network.
Yeah.
And he does do it, so
Yeah. So if he and we think he's going to 2 ship for A10 and E9 and then fly to F2.
Yeah,
And-
so you did fly to F2. So halflings are probably advancing ship here.
And Chris Ho's at 2 ship, and so he's gonna put down. I think I don't think he's digging D3 this round because he needs his power as coins, but he can
Yeah.
put 3 new dwellings down at least. Probably just 3. Which
Yeah,
is
he could do 4 if he turns a worker to a coin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably
Which
worth
seems
it.
reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right thing to do. Yeah, that looks good. Everybody seems still in this game. Honest is, scoring a lot. He's gonna pass for a ton of points.
I don't like Mermaid's game.
Well, I tell you what, it's never fun to see 0 coins in hand, 0 coin income. That's just, it just makes you a little nervous.
Yeah.
I guess maybe he'll priest to water, and then he could pass for a power scroll that is not available currently.
Exactly.
Well, that TP scroll looks real good for him. Like, if he could get on TP scroll in a coins action and just play, I'm all for mermaids just treating next round as a TP round. I don't know if you agree with me, but I would. That's what I would do.
Yeah, it seems reasonable. The tricky thing is with F2, like now, like they probably have 2 town spots, but finding a third might actually be a little bit difficult.
Witches.
Mermaids, sorry.
Oh, losing F2. Yeah. Yeah, they're 2 town for sure. Yeah, if they want 3 towns, does it involve? Yeah. Oh man, it's ugly. Yeah, it might just be like southwest, but they're gonna lose H3 here. So the 3rd town would probably be H2, I3, I2.
Yeah.
That's probably where the 3rd town would have to be, but we'll see. That's a lot of digging.
Yeah, it's a lot of spades that
Yeah.
he needs, yeah.
He also needs, and this is where like if we saw a lot more coins for him, like digging mermaids could definitely be in play. But with kind of being point greedy with Earth 1, it's just, I don't think he's going to be able to do all that.
Yeah, those extra 6 coins would have been nice.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm part of the reason you're bringing this up, right, is because it's a round 6 town scoring.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 towns is fine, but yeah, in a round 6 town game with mermaids, you're really hoping for 3.
Yeah, if he had
even pushing for 4.
Yeah, but that's what you pay for going Earth 1. Like, round 2 is you're giving up some things later that you would have been able to build. It's not obvious at all to me how network is going to shake out. We think halflings are not connecting.
Yeah, it doesn't look likely.
So he has 2 dwellings left. He could, you know what he can do is he could just, oh, I see. But witches, then it could be a little bit of a race to B5 between witches and halflings.
Yeah, he could take B3, B4 this round. If he really wanted to.
Yeah, but I think witches probably just do some hard
they'll
digging.
just take B5.
Yeah, just like right at the start of round 4, which is probably just hard dig it. Because it doesn't look like they're going to have the power. So they might just like 6 worker dig B5. That's probably the right decision anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so halflings are officially, unofficially not connecting.
Yeah, I would say so. CM, if they get like the D3, E3, can have a reasonable network.
Yep.
Mermaid's network is going to be a little bit iffy just because of their economy, like their coin economy is so poor.
Yeah.
Witches might be looking best here network wise, actually.
Well, they did open Fire 1 and then round 2 Stronghold.
Yeah.
So that should juice your network a bit. I think an issue for CM on some of this is like, so we're now done with dwelling rounds. Digging often goes with some dwelling building, so that's good. But CM are pretty scattered, and from here we have big building round 5, town round 6. So like they kind of need to start consolidating their building, as opposed to, right, like, you could once you dig D3, build E3, and then you are plussing ship, and let's, say dig G1 to get to I5, dig H1 to get to I1, right? That's the kind of stuff that helps CM compete on network. But they don't really have the incentive to do that because they're going to be focused on trying to set up a town. So I suspect they won't have a huge network, but we'll see.
Yeah. This is hilarious. I think mermaids are just 1 power short of coins. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone's giving them any.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, so Halflings decided to just save the digs for next round, save a worker.
Okay.
Dwelling this round doesn't give them any more income because they're already at 7 dwellings, so that makes sense.
That's fair. They did increase digs once though, just to get ready.
Yeah, it looks like they might have to try and get A5, B3, C2 for a town there. Or else they could do a town in the south off H3.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lot of workers to
Yeah, and they
dig with.
gotta put digs somewhere. Wow. His econ is just a wee bit imbalanced though, and he still has to increase digs.
Oh, some super in the chat is saying that the stream is stuck for him.
Oh no.
Not sure if that's
Let's see.
something going on.
No, I think it's just him. Yeah, I think it's just him. My phone is streaming it. Okay. Just Super's frozen. Sorry, Super.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he can hear us. He just can't see anything.
I'm just glad for once something's not my fault. It's nice. After the week I just had, oh, God. Little Schadenfreude takes the edge off.
Nice.
All right, CM West. All right.
Yeah, they did come west.
So there's the hard dig for CM. CM would love to do E2 F1. Like, I think that's what they're trying to line up here.
Yeah, there's actually, like, because the town in the east for witches is so suspect, they can actually fly to D1 here and try and build their own town.
Oh,
way
that's
in the west here.
true. If they beat them to D1, yes, that's probably the thing to do.
Yeah, because it actually is,
Wow.
yeah, the same amount of digs if you, like, for the 4 hexes, and yeah, you're not going to be messed with quite as easily.
So, George, the coins did fall to Andus.
Oh, what?
So that is a lifesaver. I mean, I think
Yeah.
Andus's line has been really risky and a little bit greedy,
That is
but he's getting
hilarious.
rewarded. I think he's fine. Like,
Yeah,
this is,
that actually is so incredible.
yeah. I mean, there definitely could have been some worker conversion to coins in his. He could have done things like that, but this is exactly what he needed.
Yeah, this will be nice because I could see him basically building all 4 trading houses.
Yeah, I was
this
thinking,
round.
like, you just skip. I think you just. Do you even bother? I think you just build 4 TPs and don't water 1, right?
Yeah.
And then you can SA for air 1 or something next round if you want. Although SA sucks for them. So probably just Temple. Yeah, well, we'll see. He has some options.
Yeah, but getting those coins is nice. So yeah, witches are tanking hard, thinking about what to do. And Priest of Fire.
Power move. That's interesting. I guess he was like, maybe he couldn't make up his mind and he was like, whatever. Just put Priest of Cult. My time's running
Yeah.
out.
I probably would have gone Priest to Air instead, but
He might be doing that next.
Sure.
I think maybe he's like, maybe this is the plan, is just move his power over via priests for now.
Yeah.
There's still the D1 question for witches, although that's it's not obvious, but that I think is very interesting.
Yeah, so mermaids could actually just hard dig D1 right now because they'd still get the coins back.
Yeah, that's true. It's not threatened. So he's just going to sit on it.
Okay, he goes Priest to Earth.
Unless someone gives mermaids 2 power and they take the coins. That would be funny.
Yeah, if the witches got the power, yeah.
Oh yeah, gave witches 2 power, excuse me.
Yeah, so Mermaids and Chaos just sent Priest to Earth to get more coins from that.
So is Danny just gonna dig B3, C2, just like putts around? Is he gonna like build things this round, or is he just gonna pour all those workers into the ground?
I would guess he's just slamming these workers into the dirt.
The old-fashioned way. Okay.
For what? He's got 14 more, so quick math says 42 more points.
Not bad. To be over 100 coming out around 4. It's still with no coins and, coming in.
Yeah.
Except for the 3 from Earth Cult. I don't know
Yeah,
if you can win that way.
No, usually this kind of game plan works really well if you can get more off the Earth Cult from the coins here. That makes those games.
Ooh, shot fired. H2 just got
Oh,
dug.
yeah. Yep.
Okay. Huh. Yeah. It's so interesting. Like F1 is like, I'm so curious about this possibility of a West Town because it's really bad for CM. It's actually really bad for CM if witches do that.
Yeah. That's what I'd be doing as witches here.
Yeah, it's not obvious though. I'll say, like, that's not. It's, you see it once in a while with and it's very much a stronghold witches like town. But especially with mermaids in, I think it's like, you'd think you wouldn't be able to, but the fact that it's still sitting there and you've got stronghold with a dwelling in hand, you can do it. Yeah, this is interesting. I think everybody's still in the game.
Yeah. I still like mermaids the least, I think. But the coins did help.
I mean, they're gonna, if they just build 4 TPs here, pass for 8, they're gonna, I think, we'll see. They get at least 6. Can they swoop like Water Cult or something? Take 2 high point towns, get 6 on network at least. Is that enough? It might not be enough.
Yeah, we'll see. I might not even build all 4 of my trading houses this round as mermaids. Like I might hard dig once or twice.
Just for the points.
For the points and the town, like setting up the town space. Yeah, he's got lots of options for sure.
Yeah. Halflings seem like they'd have a hard time. I mean, look, Danny B is digging like he's gonna 4-town. But I know
Yeah.
he can't possibly be thinking that. He was just hitting H2.
No.
He was hitting H2 just to, although he hit it,
Yeah,
he double dug it as opposed to single dig.
Halfling's gonna halfling.
Yeah. It is interesting that he turned it brown, though, as opposed to just tapping it once. Turning it brown sort of suggests that he's thinking about a town there also.
It's true.
But
I have big dreams. Okay, it looks like witches are just ignoring the west.
yeah.
It-
Yeah, they're going to ignore that.
Oh, so CM took B4 and Ondus in the chat said that he was going to take B4.
On this?
He might be trolling.
He was going to 9-worker
but-
dig it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
He's got lots of workers.
To set up the
It does
SA
give him a
town with A8
Yeah.
before. That's funny. That would have been so funny. Oh, that's interesting. He's probably just kidding.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, so mermaids only need 3 more digs, and then it's a little unclear what they do from there.
Yeah.
There's no ship scoring in the game. I mean, they're probably gonna increase digs later.
Yeah, I would guess he'll advance dig. Halfling's digging some hexes for chaos.
Yeah, what the heck?
The chaos is past now, so it's funny.
He's taunting Chris Ho.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I feel like, again, there's just no digs off the cult and no dig scroll. I feel like CM should be trying to increase digs also. I kind of think we're going to see mermaids increase digs.
Yeah.
I think these are going to be small networks, right? I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Danny B's turning more to red. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, this is a real
Still,
old-fashioned
yeah.
halflings game.
Yeah. I still want... Oh, witches used their flight already. Dang it. I wanted them to come to D1.
They flew to B5, I guess. They dug it and left it and then flew there, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess they're looking at passing now for the dwelling bonus card.
It's got to be considering a TP also.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think either of the others are passing yet. And you get on one of their bonus
True,
anyways.
yeah.
So.
He actually would love big building. So he
Mhm.
passes after halflings. So I think halflings will just outlast him though.
Yeah.
But that's what he would really like to get on. Halflings and witches still have no scoring scroll, but they're doing decent on points. And witches have a huge cult footprint.
Yes. Yeah.
They have 5
Yeah, I
priests to
really-
cult. Wow.
Yeah. I really wish he had just built D5 regularly, built a trade house, and then flew to D1 this round.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
I wonder if he's focused on trying to East Town still. I don't think that's gonna happen, but yeah. I mean, with witches, it's just like you have such an extra incentive to look for towns, right?
Mhm.
I mean, that's going into your thinking of like hunting that west town. Also, the setback to CM. I mean, CM could still bridge town to see. Well, no, actually, yeah, that would
Yeah.
really hurt CM.
What? Why are these priests going to fire and not air? What is happening? You get workers from air next round. What is this?
I guess he thinks air cult is maybe he feels like fire cult is more threatened by CM because they could. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe he feels like fire cult is more threatened by CM than air cult because they already have air 2.
True.
And that's
guess
the explanation I can think of.
Yeah. Like it looks like, so the interesting thing here, I guess, witches, if they're SA next round, it's the same as waiting to build the town in round 5 or round 6, right? Because it's going
Yeah.
to form a town.
Yeah.
So they probably do it for the 2 key town,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yep.
So that would give them fire. And then, yeah, I guess with air 1, but they've already sent 6 priests to cults. Are they going to send their 7th priest to air next round?
Yeah.
What is happening?
It's hard to win all the cults via priests.
Yeah.
It's hard to win 3 cults via priests. Which, because the other thing is, like, if I were him, in some ways I'd be tempted to not take the 2 key, right? Like, to see if I can get away with the 8-point town.
Yeah, I think the way he's setting up, I think the 2 key, he probably needs it. Maybe not, but
I'm not. Yeah. Well, I think he had different
if
options.
mermaids,
But that's what it
yeah,
looks
if
like.
mermaids took it instead, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see. Mermaids ended up passing back onto the dwellings. So they built 2 trading houses, got onto the dwellings. So that's pretty nice for them.
Philippe Bart is on TP scroll for big building around. Halflings are I guess
He's going for 4 towns.
They're gonna try to 4 town. Are they gonna just take they're gonna need 2 coin towns and a power town. But if he 4 towns in a town round, shit. He is at 105 points. At the start
With
of
4 towns to come.
yeah. Yeah, and Andis has a crap load of stuff. I mean, everybody has a ton of stuff except halflings, who have a good amount of stuff but are pretty tight. This is hilarious.
Yeah, I can't see halflings getting 4 towns. Unless, I mean, they might get the coins this round if there's a water 1 rush.
Aha. So he interesting.
So there goes the first one. So people have to decide if they want water 1 or not. As mermaids, I honestly wouldn't. I'd probably just take the coins. Air 1's just as good here.
Well, Danny B definitely wants coins if he actually wants to 4 town. I can't tell if that's real.
I think it's a dream. I mean, yeah, so mermaids took the coins. Yeah. that
So
makes.
Danny
I
B
think that's good.
essays for Water 1. Right?
I would assume so.
Yeah, this is just a very awkward game. Okay, so he's gonna town early for 2 key, we think. Ah,
Water 1.
Water 1 and yes.
GG. I mean,
He does
and
get
halflings of
5 power from
Yeah.
it as well.
yeah, it's pretty nice. No, I like Witch's game.
Yeah, witches. If witches win network also, which we think they're definitely in the mix for,
Yeah.
then that's a lot of endgame, and they're gonna get at least they're gonna get 1 more town. So witch points for that.
Yeah, I'm still dreaming of this West Town for witches. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna will it into existence.
So Honest only built 2 TPs last round.
Yeah. And halflings take fire 1. Oh, no, rip witches down.
All right, CM double dig E2. Yeah, witches
Yeah, and
don't have
halflings, yeah.
witches don't have a lot more hexes to get to, so they're gonna stagnate in terms of building out.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr.
Yeah,
Fickles,
that's
what is
where-
does the
yeah,
chat want
that's
me to
where I
take
really
this leech or
love
not?
that.
I just want to know. I'm just asking the audience just one time here. Do I take this?
What's
Oh,
the
take it.
offer?
Take it.
How big's that leech offer, Chris? Ooh, he takes
Just
5
6 for 5.
Wow.
I'm just gonna do it. I think it's the right thing to do.
Never wrong.
That's Chris O would be a good gladiator. Where you play to the audience, play to the crowd. Are you not entertained?
Yeah. Well, he would have taken Water 2 by now if he was really playing to the audience. Fair enough.
That's playing to the emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So CM. Yeah, Danny B. It's pretty hilarious. So he took fire 2, not water 1, by the way. So mermaids got water 1.
Mermaids still get water 1.
Wow, Danny B really thinks he's. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Let's see it. I want to see it.
Yeah, this the swing of witches not town in the west, giving chaos this town in the west is really good for chaos.
Yeah. Yep.
It's really nice. I mean, witches could still get a 3rd town in the east here. Like F6, E10, E11. With halflings stretched out where they are, I don't think they can really mess with him that much. Unless, I mean, he certainly could if he just abandons his crazy dreams, but.
Now the pass scrolls on offer are a bit sad for round 6. And you're not getting coins action.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other annoying thing is because often if you're like, oh, I don't get a points card, but there's a lot of coins there.
Yeah,
but
right.
There's not a lot of coins there. So
yeah. Can I interest
Yeah,
you
I
in
can-
temp ship
yeah.
for round 6?
Yeah,
2 coins.
3
2
power and
coins.
2 coins. Nice. Well, yeah, halflings are going for it. He passed
I
elite.
love
He's
it.
gonna get the coins action.
I can't wait. This is totally a popcorn moment. Let's see.
Yeah.
Zitkov is cheering hard for Danny B here. You got to respect the
everyone's cheering hard for it.
yeah. This is could be special.
The crowd loves the Four Towns.
Yeah. Yeah, so witches are just going to, I guess, pretty much stick with this footprint.
Well, like I said, they've got so many resources still. I think they're gonna try and carve out a town in the east here.
Yeah, I guess halflings. Oh yeah, this is what you were saying. Halflings can't disrupt it because they're too stretched out.
Yeah, like if he gets F6 this round, he should be fine.
Yeah, so increase digs and see if he can dig it out.
Yeah. Or even just hard digs.
4 hard digs.
Or yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, if you're coin tight, then that might be the answer. So CM are gonna put pressure on air called here.
Yeah. If only there was a way that witches could have secured the air cult. If only they could have done that somehow.
Yeah,
Like, you
it
know,
is funny.
ugh, so upsetting.
All right. There's a little bit of a sign of the East Town plan. We see that E9 TP. So we'll see.
Yeah, maybe
Not
it might just be
necessarily,
he's on.
but it could be an
Yeah.
indication that he's on board for that.
Yeah, I think you got to go for it if you can.
Witches also need another ship. So like,
Yeah.
it does get expensive. That's what ship towns are for, I guess.
Yeah, ship towns. Halflings are gonna hope that all of the coin towns are there for them
Yeah.
and power towns. And there's a bit of a stall battle going on here.
Yeah, which we were. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, witches probably send this priest to water to close the cult.
Chickens, you think halflings only need 48 coins to Fort Town? That's doable. That's really doable.
Yeah, easy.
Danny B's sort of shoot first, aim later. You know, it's
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. I think three he can do.
And a
4 is
reminder
not
to all
happening.
watch, all these guys will be at TMCon, so you can give them crap or congratulations
Yeah.
on the game when you see them there. Or you can get in some games with them. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. It's just, am I wrong? It feels like just not that much building, but I guess maybe it's just because they're spread out a bit. It doesn't look like that much. Like, will CM get down to 3 left on their board? I don't know
It'd
actually.
be 4 more.
Yeah, I think
I think they could.
Yeah.
I think they should be able to.
So that's that.
We've got the hexes. I guess they would need 2 more digs.
Witches we think also might be getting down to 3 left on their board.
Yeah.
Although they would have to temple also for fire.
Yeah,
too.
they would need to fire 2, which makes this, priest to fire and not air even more upsetting than it already is.
Oh. Because of the wasted 2 steps from fire the
Yeah.
failure. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I'd not be okay with that. Oh. Okay, Felipe took his 8 years of clock and sent the priest to water like we expected.
Okay.
Yeah, step on air. It looks like witches are going to be passing first to me.
Yeah, they're running.
He only has 1 more action. And he can trade house, chaos can trade house. And then witches have to pass. Yeah, temp ship.
The dream. The dream. So if he TPs here, what is Ondus's move?
Rose can hard dig. Yeah, he could just dig somewhere. Or he can build a temple for some reason.
Temple for air 1.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to find out. Oh, what if we see a
Bridge?
A bridge delay action?
Yeah, Chaos might have to take a bridge right now.
That would be funny.
Bridge to C2. Take C2, start of next round.
Don't mess with halflings for town playing. Halflings have 1 coin.
Yeah, and just like the sheer number of structures they have to put out still, like it's just not feasible.
Danny B's a character.
Yeah.
Danny's doing math in the background. Yeah. I can see him on the screen. He's like, hold on, all right.
I sure hope he's not, because he's gonna come to a depressing realization.
Like, oh, wait a second. So 1 coin
Just
might
keep
not be
it.
enough?
Yeah. Just keep the dream alive. Just go for it.
Yeah.
When I get into in live games, especially, you get into the final round and it's just like, I'm not gonna waste my life trying to do all these calculations. I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, I'm so bad at endgame, and I don't know why. Even if I want to try to calc some of these things, I then go down these rabbit holes where I think they're gonna do this, but then there's this network consideration, so they might do this instead, and then I'm like, screw it, I'm overthinking this. Let me just randomly do something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zidcom. I don't think he's done the Halflings one yet, has he? Danny B's a composer, and he's done songs for different factions. Yeah, he's done Mermaids, NG's, Orin. I might be forgetting one. Yeah, he's writing the Halflings thing. He's inspired by his own play. That would be Danny B. He's his own muse. That's how egocentric he is.
So Chaos or Witches, if they take the bridge, I think they get the Dwelling bonus card.
This is kind of a hot mess.
Because Chaos will have to pass, and Mermaids, they can't do anything,
Mid
right?
Air 1, like I was guessing.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
then they
God.
don't have
Secret bridge.
anything they can do.
That'd be so funny.
This bridge is glorious. Please, please bridge.
Bridge to C5.
C5. C5. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep, there it is.
Oh. I don't
Yeah.
know why this is making me laugh.
Best bridge ever.
That's pretty funny. Oh man. You know what's funny is if Ondis had done bridge, like if you anticipate this. Oh no, I guess it's Chris Ho who has to pass now, huh?
Yeah, he needed to take the bridge
So
last round.
Chris Ho had
The
taken
last action.
the bridge. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, okay. That's funny. So Philippe Bart is gonna win 2 cults, 1 second. Network, we're not sure.
Yeah, network either like tie for first or second.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Mermaids are gonna have a pretty good network here actually as
Yeah.
well. If they can find a few more hexes, that's the only problem for all these people.
Right. And they don't have the coins to increase digs easily. Is Curso's trying to figure out which of these crappy scrolls he wants? It's like, damn it. He's probably trying to figure out what he wants to do next round, calc it, and then take the appropriate. But they're all pretty similar in value. Maybe just take the priest and a coin. Priest can always be a worker.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I don't know actually. 2 coins and 3 power. Yeah, take the priest and a coin. You can always use that priest to close a cult for 3 power back.
Yeah, like the coin is like 1 power worse than worker power, but the priest is more versatile.
Right. And again, that's like like almost irrelevant minutia here.
Yeah. Oh, it takes temp ship.
Oh, he's gonna show us what's up. I do appreciate a round 6 temp ship, so I thank you, Chris, for that. That does bring me pleasure.
Yeah.
You
just gotta advance ship to 3 and build on I5.
Nice.
Just because he can.
Yeah, for the just Earth 1
The
points.
4 ship. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've actually seen one. Jekyll had a game where she did a really cool 4 ship alchemist move on lakes. They can the northwest. You can go like all the way around that mass to the other black over there on 4 ship.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. It was like I feel like the 4 ship, the actually good 4 ship lines are for non-mermaids. They're a little scarce.
Yeah. Yeah, doesn't come into play very often. That's
All right,
for sure.
Danny B. He's gonna put on a show.
Yeah, he took the coins. So what's your prediction here? Like what's the order of people are gonna finish in?
I can't imagine. So let's see. Yeah, I don't know actually. So if Danny B can, okay, so we got a double dig from CM. So we think I can't tell if witches can actually do this extra town.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so, right? I mean, almost certainly not, because they don't have priests and they need to get to 3 ship. So they're only getting one more town. Granted, they get the 5 extra points boost from it. So witches will fall behind a little bit there, but they have good cult scoring. We think they're third on network.
Yeah, it's actually looking like they might finish third. Maybe tie for second with mermaids. Mermaids also don't have many hexes available. But it looks like CM's winning network. And
So,
2 cults, so
yeah.
CM might be winning here. CM, then witches, then mermaids, and halflings.
Yeah, I think CM are first. The 11-point town goes.
I guess witches might actually be able to get down to only 3. Right? Like 3, 6.
It's kind
They
of
only
a,
need 11 workers.
it's kind of a bummer to be like focusing on putting out dwellings in a town round without Earth 1. Now, Earth 1 is
True.
still sitting there.
Yeah.
That'd be a curveball. But he's on Dwelling Scroll, so that
Yeah.
is a nudge in that direction. So maybe he
Yeah,
goes
so-
Earth 1 and then puts down a couple more dwellings.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get down to. I don't know if you can get to 14 network.
He's gonna
With
build
the temple?
C5, dude. He's actually gonna build C5.
Yeah, I think so.
That's good fun.
Yeah.
I don't think
Well, I
I've
would have rather.
seen that town before.
Yeah. I would rather have this bridge from B5 to C5 personally, but
Visually,
yeah.
yeah, there's something to be said for the hook. That's something's going on there.
Yeah, I don't like as much. I prefer like the bow and arrow.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that's great. So he hard digs and builds. He'll hard dig down another dwelling. So he's not going Earth 1. I guess single dig was gone. I missed that. I thought he could single dig.
Yeah, single dig's gone. So yeah, he just wants to try and get down these 2 dwellings, but he doesn't have a place to fly yet. So he'll have to like
True.
dig and hope that no one messes with it, which is a bit tricky.
Yeah, that's true. Right next to halflings.
Yeah, he doesn't really have anywhere good right now because he has 2 places he can build, but he might not be able to use his flight this round. He's got 3 places he can dig and build. Sorry, F6, H6, G1.
So this is probably Witch's second, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Chaos first, Witches second, Mermaids. Although if Witches can tie network, maybe they'll be close. Because there's no more towns coming for either of them.
And Witches do pass for points, and CM do not. Well, they have Air 1, so they'll pass for 4 at least.
Yeah. Witches could temple for Air 2 or Air 3 now. Is Chaos.
So,
Oh
CM
no! Yeah, because Chaos can't close the cult because they didn't have a key. So Witches could swoop
do it
air
right
on them.
now.
Yeah.
Because CM will close it next move, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. I see. And if you feel like they're in first and you're second, 8-point swing.
Yeah. And honestly, yeah, Super's pointed out in the chat that I had halflings fourth when I was just speculating, but if they still have 2 towns coming,
Yeah, no, I think
I don't
mermaids are in
know.
big trouble.
Yeah. Mermaids have some small cults points and some small network, but yeah, they might be last here.
So mermaids will get down to 3 left on their board, and we think that's the case for CM as well.
Yeah, and maybe witches?
Maybe witches. Okay, so it could be 3-way tie. Although witches might. Yeah, it's hard to tell actually.
Yeah, they have to decide if they want to get down to 3 left or if they want to steal air here. Because I don't think they can do both.
Right. I guess hence the long think. At Terra MystiCon, there's going to be a session on endgame strategy by Terra Steel and Claybo. I'm curious to see that one, partly because I suck at endgame.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like he's going for the network because he took the workers here. Which allows chaos to close air.
Ondus needs to get to 4 ship for connection. All right, here's this town. This is this Priest Town from him or?
If he wants network, he probably needs a coin town, right? Because he'll need 8 coins.
Yeah.
And he actually doesn't have the workers to hard dig twice and build 2 dwellings, so
So this is actually looking a little dicey.
So probably just a priest town. Yeah, mermaids are probably finishing 4 here.
Well, Danny B still has 3 towns coming.
Yeah. Probably 2. He already formed 1. Oh, witches are trying to fly here?
Oh.
And halflings are letting them.
Oh, wow.
Because if he had dug that away from him, he wouldn't be able to get both of his dwellings out. That was really
Danny's
risky.
busy. He's busy.
I don't think I would have risked the resource point to. Yeah.
You wouldn't have left that green.
I would have built the dwelling. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This way he might be able to temple for air 1, but that's only at 1 point. Like it's 2 points into 3 points. Like 2 resource points into 3 air 1 points, so it's not really all that exciting.
Yeah, this CM game went super smooth. Like he's got like hexes laying around that he doesn't even need.
Yeah.
It's such a luxury.
Yeah, he's got a lot of resources that, like, what do you even do here? I guess just advanced dig at the end. Advanced ship, advanced dig if you can.
Sorry, I had a munchkin whispering in my
11,
ear. What were you saying?
14. Yeah, he has the resource. Well, 11. Yeah, he has the resources to advance ship, advance dig, and build a dwelling. So that's pretty nice for CM.
The other coin town's still there, Danny. Although Ondas could town now.
Yeah. He's trying to side of town. Oh, he advanced ship. And just the priest down, yeah.
I'm gonna tell the players to unmute once they pass out.
Onda sounds like he's passing and immediately getting food.
he's giving up.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Zevok in the chat is obviously saying that CM could just temple trading house to dwelling, which would obviously be better than what I had said they were doing. And is equivalent resources basically, so that makes sense that they could do that.
Let's do that, Chris.
And then yeah, you could take water 2, water 3, water 2, fire 3. Yeah, he just builds a dwelling. Because yeah, that would break the tie on network with witches, so that's clearly better.
And George, if you hang up and come to the Zoom room with camera off but unmuted, then I think all of us will be in the same spot.
Sure, I will do that.
I don't know if it's too soon if they're still, because they're still playing.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah, I will. Yeah, wait till they all jump in and then I can come over.
Oh man.
And join.
I don't want to be in any torturous end game situations at TMCon.
Yeah. That's where, like, those are the kind of games where that can kind of drag a bit time-wise, like, because we're trying to get them done in a certain time. Like, usually you'll be okay, but some of these, like, round 6s can stall out if people are doing crazy calculations in their head and stuff.
Yeah. I think the vibe will be kind of, I guess it'll be serious, but...
Yeah, I think especially for like the semis and final. So he does go temple.
Oh, there's water 3, water 2. It's gonna net 2 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call on that Chickens. Chickens was saying, I think at the time the 6 for 5 leech was offered to CM. He said that it'll, I think you predicted, I forget exactly what you said, but something like it'll be the difference of on network or something. Totally called it.
Yeah, you just power is good.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. 6 for 5 is usually a mistake, and you know, let's not give newer players the wrong idea. But every once in a
Yeah,
while.
you have to be able to turn it into something, but
Yeah.
in most cases you can.
Ah, crap. We have all right, Honest pieced out, and it's the cameras are now off kilter. Apologies all.
Yeah, Ondis was too hungry. All right,
Well,
Halfling's
no
got
one
their
wants
third town.
No one wants to hang out in chat after a last place. It's not fun. I wouldn't either.
Yeah, it's fair.
Plus, we'll see him in a few days.
Yeah.
Simone B has been in Montreal for like a week. And,
Yeah, I've seen that.
every time I message him to see if he wants to play, he's like, "No, I'm busy doing some other activity in Montreal." I'm like, God, this guy, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I haven't done any math, but are witches beating halflings?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. So they're second, so 12.
Guess we'll find out very
16,
soon.
28, 32, 33. They have like 35 coming, something like that. 52.
Chris, you didn't even use your final priest, dude. Could have been a point.
Oh, yeah, that's true. On Fire Cult.
2 points. 2 points versus halflings.
Danny B. That's the way to do digging halflings, no scoring favors.
Yeah, it looks like he's grabbing second,
It's
right?
pretty sweet. That was a wild game.
Yeah, very nice.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I mean it's like we said at the beginning. Their game plan just looked really straightforward, really robust.
Yeah.
If they had found a way to connect, then they're winning this game. I think mermaids actually coming to H4 early messed them up that way.
Mermaids coming to... Oh, yes, that's true. Yeah, that's the only slight drawback here. All right, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, sweet game.
Yeah, nice game. Congrats, Chris.
Yeah, Canada 1-2, US 3-4. Looks pretty nice.
Damn it. Cheeseburgers. Let's go. Oh, man. Sweet.
Yeah, that was a very, very cool game.
Hey,
Yeah, getting me excited
Chris,
for
want to come on
Terra
for
Mystica.
Chris, Danny, Felipe? How you guys doing?
Doing great. Yeah, we can chat.
Pretty good.
How'd that feel
Yeah,
going
very
through
good.
there, Chris?
Pardon?
How'd that feel going through the game? Were you in control the whole time?
Oh, I don't know. I think Danny's right. Danny's right in the chat. In round 3, because it went dwellings, temple dwellings, right?
Yeah.
And in round 3, Danny had the tempo on me, but he had to do some shitty stuff to take D3, and then we both kind of let it float because I could put down 4 dwellings if I wanted to in round 3 instead of just 2 if I had to dig D3, and he had to do some awkward stuff as well on D3, so we both let it float, and then
I
insta-snapped it at the beginning of round 4, obviously.
I could have done that, and I was wondering if I should have done that, but I think I should have. Because in hindsight, I was afraid that my third town on the D3 area was like a bit unsafe because of mermaids and witches, and I wasn't sure I could get the third town there. But I think it would have been better for me to only get 2 towns and to prevent CM from like getting that extra town and the hexes on H1 and I1 as well. So, yeah.
Hey, Felipe.
Yeah,
How'd that go for you?
That for me, the whole game felt kind of weird. Like I don't think I ever liked my position that much. Like it was I didn't see mermaids in. I should have seen, but I didn't see mermaids coming to H4 right away, and that wasn't great. Forced me to get G2 if I wanted to get that down.
Yeah, it was
And
tough
again, like
having to double dig that red early on.
yeah, that was expensive. Yeah, like
Yeah, I
otherwise,
think
yeah. Also, like I invest a bunch in the Colts. Got to shoot it down around earlier, and I still like. I mean, I make good cold points, but like for it to be really worth it, I would need to have beaten CM on air, which of course didn't happen.
yeah, I think so as well. I think it's interesting. Out of the auction, I was confused. I was very confused because I thought for sure Halflings was strongest, just by the nature of CM being a little bit fragile. But it looked like Mermaids could have a wildly explosive start given what potentially could play out. Where if Mermaids were allowed to to ship with temp ship, and I think Honest made a small mistake. Well, might have ended up being a big mistake of not taking Priest first action, because obviously having to take the 5-power Priest hurts a little bit more. And it allowed Witches to accelerate a little bit more. And if you let Witches accelerate a little bit more, it makes your game harder as Mermaids, right? So there's a couple things there that I think, swing a little bit. And then Felipe had like a really cool, mega cult. And it's always nice to do those mega cults when you get all the 3 spots when it's Temple round 2, because those 6 coins early are so explosive. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. I thought Danny, I don't know. I actually think, I don't know if there's a way for you to be more economic and get 4 pounds, but it almost felt like there was at some point, but I don't know.
Fire one. That's the way.
Yeah, you're right.
Earth 2 was just for the
needs.
needs. Earth 2 was just for the extra workers.
For the love,
yeah. I also, when I took Earth 2, I thought that the extra power would get me the coins next round, but I ended up taking 10 ship and saw a better line anyways, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, I think Fire 1 was the correct call. Not Earth 2.
Danny, though, really fun game to watch. That was pretty cool. So I think you ended up not taking Earth 1 or Water 1 or Air 1 there, huh? And just rode your Fire 2 town round.
Just Earth 2 and Fire 2.
Yeah, it was stylish. It was good fun.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
thank you all for the super fun game. George, thanks for casting with me, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with you all at the conference. Or what's it called? Convention.
Can't wait.
Yeah, good game, guys.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for the game, guys. Chris, did you get the badge or not? I don't know if you got, because technically my rating wasn't at 700, and I never got the badge myself.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Dude, I feel terrible. I wish you. I've been trying to get the master. Getting the master badge is so hard in CM. You have to be like, once you get up to like the high 6. I think I was at 676 was my highest ever. And you like every time in a game, you even against high level, it's like you just creep up there. But I know I want to get all the way back.
It's just really hard. Like I had a good run, but like it's just hard to keep up. I mean, playing this table, like I thought, probably I won't get the badge. I'll get farther from it.
You'll get it soon.
Hopefully,
You'll get it.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Hey, take care, all.
Take care,
Thanks
guys.
so much. That was really great. Really appreciate it.
Amazing game, guys. Good to see you.
All right.
See you
later.
later.
And thanks,
Bye.
George.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right.